Hello, thank you for joining me for this Pisces full moon, either September 13th or 14th, depending where on the planet you are. My name's Donna Page, my website's Loving Light Astrologer, and I especially want to thank those of you who take the time to subscribe and leave me a message. Let's dive into this very complicated full moon in Pisces. And it's complicated because there are many other planets that have close aspects, which are mathematical angles, to the full moon, the sun and the moon. So they want to have a say. But initially, what is the full moon in Pisces about? The full moon in Pisces is about getting in touch with our compassion and our suffering. Is there anywhere in your life you are suffering? Compassion for others, compassion for self. Why suffering? There's this essence that the Pisces archetype can carry that is a little bit why, that why question. The why did this happen to me? And with that can be that heaviness. Where does it lead us? It leads us to release. It leads us to forgiveness. It leads us to compassion, and through that leads us to healing. Since the moon is in Pisces, opposite Virgo, some of this message can be is to look for, is there anywhere in your life that you are tolerating or you're suffering over something? You want to, put a little bit of quotes around that suffering. It doesn't have to be something huge. It can be annoyance, just that feeling of pressure. It's like, oh, I wish I didn't have to deal with this. But from what? From the Virgo side, it can be around your work. Are you happy in your work? If not, are you just tolerating it? Are you there suffering through the day? Virgo is also around the routine in life. Do you not have enough time for yourself? Does that bring an element of, oh, why not? Why me? Well, what else? Feeling, especially if you feel that there's nothing you can do. When you get to a point of that Piscean that I feel there's nothing I can do about it, that can be a breakthrough point, because that teeter into, I really want to be in a place emotionally where I feel trapped, where I feel I have no choice. The breakthrough, which we have a very strong planet about wanting breakthrough. That's Uranus aspect with the sun and moon. Wanting a breakthrough to say, wait a minute, I do have a choice. What is it that I want to choose? Am I choosing the work that I'm doing? Am I choosing to serve XYZ, right? Because there's an element of service with Virgo. Virgo also deals with health. Maybe there's something that's very real where around your health that that's chronic, or that you quote unquote have that feeling, that sense of no power over. But where's your choice? Where would your choice be in that? So there's this lot of releasing and healing that can come through this full moon. Now, another very close, what's called aspect, angle with this full moon, is that we have Mars very close to the sun in Virgo. And it's exactly the same degree opposite Neptune, which is pulling in this depth of, am I lost? Am I lost in the Neptune fog? Am I confused around life? Am I being betrayed or conned? What are the lies? Whenever you see a strong Neptune in your chart or around you, and there's plenty that's going on in the world right now, it brings up the quest to find the truth, because there can be this feeling that there's something is being conned. How do I search through all these things that's being said for the truth? Is there the negative side of Neptune can be being betrayed or being conned? Now, Neptune is with Mars. This is a very spiritual, the way to work with this energy, and it's with the full moon too, is to have a spiritual practice that you put in your routine. And Mars is the activator, it's the motivator, it's the doer. So there can be this service, doing something for yourself or others, where you are doing it from a spiritual perspective, not expecting something to return to you, just doing it out of your heart, doing it because you feel it is the right thing to do. It's the compassionate thing to do. Another way to work with this is because Mars is a physical energy, is to literally to do something in your physicality that has a spiritual component to it. So exercise, physical, that brings you to a state, an alpha state, a more spiritual state, a meditative state. And that's different for everybody. People can do it by running, by riding, hiking. Doesn't have to be yoga or Tai Chi, right? Of course, you think of Neptune and water, can be swimming too. So but to bring that into your world, into your life, is a good way to work with this. And because Mars is also the planet that represents our sexuality, is to be very conscious of your sexual practices, and to feel that it's in alignment with who you are and who you want to be. Venus and Mercury, even though they are not as close with the sun and moon, they're both in Virgo, even though they're not as close with the sun as certain aspects, they are tightly woven together by themselves. So part of this message, they're both at 29 degrees of Virgo. 29 can be considered a critical degree, the last of that sign. So it's like right before your study. If you think of the last minute, I'm waiting for the last minute to cram everything in that needs to get done. But with Venus and Mercury's a friendship signature. Friendship in Virgo, friendship in work, or friendship that is that you can create through your work. It also can mean friendships that work well together. Do you feel that you and your friends work well? It doesn't have to be literal, it can be metaphorically. We just, our daily lives, we just feel that it's in the groove. We are willing to, quote unquote, serve, help each other. Virgo's a very helpful sign. Are you helping? Are you solving problems? And then there is a certain element of don't ask me for something if you don't want my opinion on it. Because Virgo, that is suggesting this, like, okay, if you want just to vent, let me know. Otherwise, I am going to go to a place for looking for a solution. And also, this can be a great time to forge a friendship that can help you out in your, like, let's walk together every Saturday morning, right? Anything that has to do with the physicality of keeping healthy. Let's go to this class together that is on herbal medicine, or you get the picture. So I think one more thing to remember about this full moon is because it has this element of breaking out, it is closely connected with the planet Uranus. Uranus wants us to break free. It shakes things up. It's considered the breakdown or breakthrough energy. It can break things down, ultimately, for a breakthrough. It does not care if we like it or not. It just says it's time for consciousness to expand. It's time for consciousness to move beyond what it was. There is a very close Neptune-Jupiter. Jupiter is also connected in this. which is having faith and having confidence that no matter how huge that overwhelm can feel, which is the Pisces, which is the Neptune in Pisces, no matter how overwhelmed you may feel, to have faith and to have confidence, and then working with one step at a time, one thing at a time. Through that, there's the breakthrough that can come. Thank you very much for subscribing, for letting me know what you think. Again, my name's Donna Page, and my website is Loving Light Astrologer. Thank you.